Hey guys, good morning. Today we're gonna do a get ready with me and chit chat, but first let's get our coffee. Okay, I'm sitting down with the coffee and we're gonna do my makeup. I already did my skincare, but I brought everything so I can show you a little bit the things that I've been using because it's been helping me a lot with my skin besides this one, but we can ignore it. But today we're gonna discuss the bags that I sold in the past couple of months, maybe like this year, bags that I'm thinking about selling and getting ready with me, doing my makeup, just like chit chat. I decided to make this video a little bit different because I feel truthfully a little bit conflicted about sit downs because I've been enjoying chit-chatting a little bit more now. Also, I'm trying to be a little bit more comfortable showing myself, especially without makeup. So here we are. I'm gonna put this and we're gonna start getting ready and chatting about the handbags that I let go and the ones that I'm thinking about letting go. So I already did my skincare routine and I don't have good makeup skills. I've never been good at makeup. I don't even do my makeup every single day. But when I'm on camera, I just think like everything results. So I'm just gonna show you what I do. So this is the retinol that I've been using and this is from Drunk Elephant. I'm gonna link everything that I'm gonna show today. This changed my skin in a way that this is the first pimple that I get in over a month and this never happens. Like I'm always breaking out here and there, especially lately. This one from Drunk Elephant I read that it was a little bit more gentle and not as harsh, and I did see myself breaking out a ton, but now it's been great and I'm really happy. So I use retinol right after I remove my makeup at night, and after this I use the Inkey hyaluronic acid with my moisturizer. So I basically pump moisturizer on my hand and I put 3 drops of this on my moisturizer, and I use CeraVe moisturizer, but I don't like the bottle, so I got these little containers. So I have this for my makeup remover, for my face wash, even shampoo and conditioner. I would link this, but I got them from the store near my house. Doesn't have a website. So this is CeraVe moisturizer, and I also use the CeraVe cleanser, so highly recommend. So that's the only thing that I do at night. I cannot have like a 10-step skincare routine because I'm not gonna do it. I've tried it. It's not for me. Especially at night, I'm just like, I'm gonna shower, I'm gonna get everything off, put some things on and go to bed. I just cannot do the 10-step thing. And in the mornings, first I use niacinamide, 2-3 drops. Then I use hyaluronic acid by itself this time, and I mix my moisturizer with the Drunk Elephant debronzer. I'm someone that really likes going to the beach and I really like tanning, and I've been feeling a little bit pale lately. So I found this once and I put 3 drops on my moisturizer, and it just makes you look a little bit more alive. It's not like self-tanner and it removes really easy even with water. It just gives you a little bit of color. Now I want to note something important. Please use sunscreen if you're gonna use retinol, and I use from La Roche-Posay, so I'm gonna put it here. I don't know why I didn't bring it with me. And the last thing that I put on my face before sitting down here, the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. I swear by this. Please buy it. It's the best primer. It just makes your skin look so good. A little bit glowy, so I recommend you to go for something a little bit matte after this for your makeup because you will look glowy. I'm not the best at skincare and I'm not the best at makeup, but I'm good at chatting, especially about bags. So first I want to talk about the bag that I sold recently, and that's gonna be my Kelly to go in gold on gold. So I sold that bag because I got my mini Kelly. I don't want to have too many bags that I cannot realistically use them, and I also like to, if I buy something new, get the money back from selling another one. So it's like a self-evolving, you kind of don't put much money into the new purchases because you're letting other ones go that you're not using that much anymore. So it's really hard to do your makeup on camera, just letting you know. This is my concealer. I think I went a little bit overboard with it. So what I'm trying to say is like, I love my bags, but I want to be reasonable with how much I spend on them and how many bags I realistically want to own. I definitely don't think that a perfect number exists, and there's always going to be the next new bag that you want. So for me, having the 1 bag in, 1 bag out policy is very reasonable. It is painful to let some bags go because you like them, you love them, you bought them for a reason, but at the same time I knew that with my new mini Kelly, how much was I going to be using the Kelly to go? Like I have 2 Kelly to goes. I had the gold one and I had the blue room. So I knew that I didn't want to let go the blue room because it's such a beautiful and unique color, but I already had a few brown gold bags. So for me, it did make sense to let it go. Did I feel bad about it? I did, but I sold it to a friend, which made it a little bit better. I know that it's such a special bag. I know that it's very unique, and I still have the blue bloom. It didn't feel okay to spend on the mini Kili after getting bags for my birthday, so it just felt like the right thing to do. Doing a get ready with me and chatting is harder than what I thought. I tend to use two different foundations. This is from Rare Beauty, and I have it in the shade 210N, the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter in the medium, for medium. So I only use a little bit because I don't like looking cakey. And this I love. I love it. Well, except for this, that it was a mistake today. I usually put just a few drops of things because if not, I just feel like it's too much product. But however you use your makeup. And so far, I think it was a great decision. I haven't stopped using my mini Kili. I use it every single day lately, and I'm a little bit worried about that because when I get too obsessed with the bag, I tend to want it in more colors, and I don't need more than one mini Kili. So having that one in clay is fine, but kind of love it too much. So selling the Kili to go, for me, I think it was the right call. And I also think that it's very healthy to let things go even if you really like them and put some money back into your bank account. Now I'm gonna do bronzer and contour. So the contour that I use is this from Fenty Beauty, and I have it in the Amber 01. I'm just going to put a little bit and blend it. Yes, I use the same brush, but I wash it very often, like once a week. So the next bag that I sold this year was probably my 19 bag in the caramel, and I did have a very good reason to sell that bag. This is a bronzer that I use, and this is from Too Faced. It's called Chocolate Soleil, something like that. And I only use it here and there a little bit. So this was a little bit more different because I sold that 19 bag because I wanted to buy this couch. And I knew that if I was going to buy a couch this expensive, I had to sacrifice something. And I also had another 19 bag, which is my Oreo Tweed 19. I love that bag. I knew I had to make sacrifices, so I did. And I think it was for the best because I truthfully, sometimes I'm like, oh my god, that bag was amazing. That bag was beautiful. But I don't feel like I miss it enough to be like, I made a mistake. I think it was the perfect call, and I didn't feel guilty when it came to buying a very expensive piece for my house. I know that the couch is crazy expensive. I am aware of that. I'm very into interior decor lately and furniture. I'm very passionate about it. And if I could, I would add more things, but we cannot go that crazy. Especially since this is not our forever home, so it didn't make sense to go overboard. But for me, this was part of the dream of coming and moving here. This was part of my vision board of last year, and I just wanted to accomplish it, and I did. I'm really happy. Furniture is freaking expensive, and I knew that. Like, it was not my first time furnishing a house, but it was the first time that I knew that this was gonna be my forever furniture. So I went to go for the things that I loved, and I managed to save a little bit because of course the 19 bag sold for more than what the couch is worth. So with that, I got some other things. So now we're gonna go for blush. Because of my face being so round, I put blush like way too high on my cheeks, like right here, and I also like to put it on my nose to look a little bit tan. But I've gotten criticism for this. I like the way that it looks. So for the blush, I really like to use either this from Rare Beauty, that, you know what, I think I want to wear this one from Chanel. So this one is liquid and I actually really like it. So I'm gonna pump just a bit because it goes a really long way. Believe me, this thing, once it starts to blend, is very powerful. So I think I actually did a little bit too much. We'll see. See, it's starting to get color. The nose, I'm gonna blend it a little bit with this brush. So that is it with the blush. The next bag I sold, I felt really bad about this one. It was my Trendy CC, and I really love that bag. But the reason why I sold it was a little bit similar to the Kili to go. It's because the Trendy CC had such a similar function than the Kili, and when I got my black Kili 28, it's the vintage one. I got it for my birthday last year. I completely stopped using my Trendy CC. So I decided to sell it knowing that I loved the bag and that I was probably not going to rebuy it. It had the top handle, it had the strap, it was black, so I decided that the best thing to do was to sell the Trendy CC. Do I regret it? Maybe I didn't have to do it. Maybe I still think about the bag, but I just know that I was not gonna use it enough to justify owning the bag. And for me, having bags is not putting them on the shelf, making them look pretty. If I have something, it's because I'm gonna use it and take advantage of it, because I'm not having stuff just to sit and collect dust. So I think selling it also was good. But I just want to let everyone know that Trendy is a fantastic, amazing bag. At some point, I would recommend it over the 19 bag and even the classic flap in some ways, and the price point is friendlier, so I highly recommend it. I cannot justify having it sitting on the shelf. Now I'm gonna go for a highlighter, and I use this one from Rare Beauty that is called Outshine, and it has like this gold tone to it, and with this one also a little goes a long way. Mostly anything that is Rare Beauty, the stuff is really good, so you need very little product. So now I'm just going to blend. Those are the 3 bags that I sold this year, but I also sold the Hermes orange sandals, and those were hell to use. Like, they were not uncomfortable, but they were very loud, and I got them expecting that they were gonna be like the perfect summer sandals, and I just realized that they were probably not for me because everyone would recommend them, and I was like, well, if everyone likes them so much, probably I will too, but it turned out that they were just not for me. Now we're gonna do my eyebrows, which is a little bit easier. I want to talk about the bags or items that I'm thinking about selling right now that I may need you talking me out of selling them or encourage me to do so. I've been thinking about letting some bags go, especially since my lifestyle changed a little bit. And one of the handbags that I'm thinking about letting go, I think I'm gonna regret this, so I don't want to do it yet. I'm getting like this impulsive feelings about selling them, and I don't want to do it, so I think like talking about it's gonna help. I don't use my totes that much, but for traveling, and I don't love using my book tote for traveling because the handles are always sticking up and I need to bend them, and I think that it's gonna get very dirty if I put it under the plane seat or even over the head compartment. I just don't feel comfortable doing that. So this is the Chanel Compact Powder. So I've been thinking about selling it and possibly buying the Celine tote. I just cannot justify having 3 totes because I have the Deauville and I have the book tote, and I'm not using the book tote that much because first of all, it doesn't fit my computer. I'm not gonna use it that much, and if I travel, I don't feel comfortable. And when I used to go to the office, I would just handheld my computer and put all my stuff inside the book tote, and I love the bag. Like, truthfully, I do. Like, every time that I look at it, it's a freaking piece of art. It's beautiful. So that is what is stopping me from selling it. But when I go somewhere to do like work, if I'm going to a cafe, if I'm going to X, Y, and Z, I use the subway because I like using the subway. It's very convenient. I have a car, but to park the car here in Barcelona, so complicated. I'd rather just not take it out. I only use a car if I'm going to a place that it's very far away and has parking space or valet. If not, I don't want to take it. So I don't want to hold in my hands my computer while I'm in the subway for obvious reasons. So it's not ideal for that either, so I'm not finding how to use it, so I'm thinking about selling it. Thing is, I already sold the book tote once and I rebought it because I missed it, because I really liked it, but I don't know, life has changed a lot since that happened, so I don't know if it has a space in my life anymore. And that's the thing with bags, they're just items that are supposed to be functional for us, so I think at some point we forget that and we like put them on this pedestal. But if the freaking bag is not serving you what it's supposed to be serving you, why are you keeping it? So I don't want to talk while I put the mascara on because that's how I usually screw up. I think I'm done, and I don't know why it got so dark. It's gonna rain. Every time that I sit down to film, it rains. It's so annoying, but I'm gonna use the spray. The last I'm gonna use is this lip gloss that I was gifted, and this is from Kylie Cosmetics, and it's called Poppy Love, and it's probably very old because I found it when we started to move. Take these things off. So here's the makeup done. I hope that it was not hard to watch, but I do want to discuss one thing before I finish the video, and it's I've been considering selling 1 or 2 of my classic flaps, and I don't know why, because every single one that I have, I've hunted for it for years, and when I got them, they were definitely not to the price that they are now. So I know that if I were to sell them, I would make all of my money back, and I would be very happy with the savings, but at the same time, I feel like I would definitely regret it, and I don't even know which one I would sell or which 2. Like, the more I think about it, the harder it gets, because I've thought about selling the gray flap, but then I'm like, no, why would I sell it? I love the bag. I've been using it a lot lately. Then I thought about selling maybe my vintage one, but then I'm like, no, it's my birth year. And then of course I'm not gonna sell the green one. Of course I'm not gonna sell the white one. I used it a lot. The black is a classic. The caramel one was a freaking find and I love it. The blue one is my Tiffany blue classic flap. So I don't know if I need encouragement bridging on this or if I need to be talked out of it. I don't need to do it, but I've been feeling this like maybe I need to downsize my collection, maybe I need to let some things go, but at the same time I think like I'm so happy with what I have right now. So I don't know, it's something that I've been feeling for the past couple of months. And the last thing that I've been definitely feeling like selling is my Louis Vuitton boots. They're the Wonderland ones. If anyone is interested, let me know. They're size 35 and I love them. I haven't reached out for them in years probably, so I think that I would rather sell them and get a plain pair of boots rather than monogram. Not that I have anything against monogram. I am not putting any of my monogram bags on the chopping block. They're staying and I love them. I just feel like the boots, I don't see myself using them anymore. And as much as I love them and they're comfortable, I'm not reaching out for them. And also I'm not gonna keep something that I'm not using. So I don't know. I would love to hear you in the comments with how do you feel about this and the one in and one out. Like for me, I apply this policy as often as I can. So let's say you are in a very comfortable space in your collection where you have X amount of bags and you want to buy something new, but you're feeling very guilty about either adding something else and having too many things or spending the money. So if you are worried about spending the money, then I would definitely apply one bag in, one bag out. The way that I think about it is this bag is gonna take another bag's spot unless it's something very unique and different. But for me, it tends to be a little bit more like something needs to go. So I try to look for the similar thing that I wouldn't cry too much about selling, and that's how I go on with it. And the other one is like the bag that you use the least or that you're the least in love in your collection that you let go. So I hope that this video was fun and a little bit different. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing and click the notification bell down below so you don't miss any of my videos. Let me know if we like the get ready with me and if we want to make more of them, or if it was like okay or you didn't like it, please let me know. Thank you and see you on the next one. Bye.